listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static. In today's episode, what do you do when someone comes to you for help because they had a bad experience with another agent? They're understandably hesitant, frustrated, and they might even have a few preconceived notions about agents. It can be an awkward conversation, so let's talk about it and how to take on an upset client in the insurance industry, written by Lauren Hayden. At least once in your sales career, you may meet an insurance client who had a negative experience with another agent, plan, or just insurance in general. While these bad experiences were out of your control, you have the ability to make the next experience a positive one. When working with a jaded client, remember that they still need assistance, and it is your job to provide it. Follow the tips and tricks laid out in this episode so you and your client can have a smooth transition into finding coverage that works for them. First off, where do you begin? Start by apologizing for their poor experience. If your client opens up to you about their unhappy past, whether they feel like their needs weren't met, their opinions weren't heard, or their concerns weren't validated, you can let them know that you're sorry for that experience. First, let's look at some statistics. Several studies have found that consumers are hesitant to trust their insurance agents for a variety of reasons. In fact, one study's results said that only 27% of consumers consider insurers to be trustworthy. A second study from Deloitte found that only 11% of people have strong trust in insurance agents and brokers. Additionally, many consumers said that the insurance industry uses wording that is difficult to understand. According to a Forbes study, a large percent of Americans are unsure what common insurance terms mean. 77% of respondents were unsure of the definition of coinsurance, and 45% could not define what a deductible is. However, when you dive a little deeper into these studies, you realize they are generalizing insurance agents as an entire group of people. When individuals were asked about their personal insurance agents, the trustworthiness was on a much higher scale. So, what does this mean for you? It is possible your client's past agent used too much industry lingo or didn't take the time to make sure they comprehended their coverage, meaning your client might have some skepticism when it comes to the insurance industry. If you can show them that you are their agent and not necessarily representative of the industry as a whole, it might help put them at ease. You can also help them feel good about their plan by giving them the Medicare Star rating and letting them know when and how they can switch plans if they are unsatisfied with their coverage. Even though the negative experience your client had before you came into the picture wasn't your fault, apologizing for it is still the polite thing to do. It's very possible the party at fault never gave them an apology, so you can be the bigger person by listening and validating their feelings and then telling them you're sorry. Your clients are sure to appreciate this and hopefully trust you moving forward. A little humility and understanding can go a long way. After you apologize, provide support and reassurance to your client. Now that your client has you for guidance, you are their go-to person when it comes to their insurance coverage and finding a plan that's right for them. It is your job to provide them with information, support, and reassurance. You can't control how their previous agent handled things, but you can attempt to build trust between yourself and your client. Let them know that you take your job seriously and that your work means a lot to you. Assure them that you will do your very best to find a plan that meets their needs. Build their confidence in your ability to do your job correctly, and assure them that you will do everything you can to make sure that what happened in the past does not happen again. Take this opportunity to turn a not-so-great situation into a positive one for yourself and your client. Remember to show, don't just tell. It's one thing to tell your clients you're going to do something. It's another to follow through with your actions. When your client tells you what their needs are, be sure to actively listen. Your purpose is to find a plan that fits your client's needs, not to sell the plan that will get you the highest commissions. If you're not in it for the right reasons, this type of client is especially likely to notice and will be wary of trusting you. Find out what they want, what they don't want, and what exactly went wrong in the past. Go over their options in detail and be completely honest about the pros and cons of each. We suggest using Shop and Enroll, our consumer-facing Medicare quote engine, to actually show your client their options. It displays plan options in their area, plan details, and allows for a side-by-side comparison of up to 3 plans. Finally, keep up your positive reputation. The last thing you want is for your client to go to another agent or their family and friends with a horror story of how you did not help them. Every once in a while, you may be dealing with a difficult client who's a challenge to please. However, most clients are good people just trying to find the right coverage, and they are counting on you to help them. Focusing on getting the clients you currently have to come back to you time and time again will significantly help your business grow in the long run. That's why it's so important to make sure your clients are satisfied at the end of the day. It is a win-win. On the off chance that you do get a jaded client, take it one step at a time. Patience and understanding are key to helping your client feel at ease. If you can successfully show them that you're a top-notch insurance agent, you can turn that bad experience into something positive for the both of you. We have a lot of resources to help you with clients in different and difficult situations. You can take a look at the notes for more podcast episodes on these topics. We also have a helpful ebook on client retention to help you boost your sales and build client loyalty. Check out the complete guide to client loyalty and retention that'll be in the notes as well, and get your copy for free. Thank you so much for listening. As always, we will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written by Lauren Hayden. Script adaptation by Tina Lamoureux. Recording and production by me, Sarah Ruppel. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Follow along with our show wherever you like to listen.